Good afternoon, sports fans. Wildcard round playoff. Second coldest game of all time in the NFL. A glimpse at the South Pole Station temperatures, Antarctica winter. Retail sales drop 1.9%. They were forecasting 0.1%. That's a 19x miss on the forecast. Spending's decreasing, but where's it increasing? Gardening centers and building materials. In multiple cities, from Chicago to LA, the rail tracks are no longer safe. Puts it into perspective when you see it from the air. And Kohl's supermarkets are reintroducing product limits on what you can buy. Are we in round two? One of the main causes of fine lines and wrinkles is a lack of collagen, the protein responsible for skin elasticity and youthfulness. As you get older, collagen production slows down by as much as 10% every decade. You can give your skin a much-needed boost by going to healthwithadapt2030.com. This ultra-rich powder delivers rejuvenation to your hair, nails, joints, and skin. This multi-collagen uses a powerhouse of ingredients that can rejuvenate skin with cell-renewing proteins. I personally use his collagen and it has quickly become one of my favorite supplements. And I have partnered with the creators of this amazing multi-collagen to give the Adapt 2030 audience 51% off your multi-collagen to start the new year. Go to healthwithadapt2030.com or click on the link in the description box below. And now on with the video. And any of you sporting fans that might be watching NFL or attending the game in Buffalo, it's forecast to be the second coldest game of all time at 4 degrees, but they're unsure if it's going to drop even further, 3, 2, or 0 degree mark. The only other game colder than that was 6 degrees below zero in 2016. Look for you here. Going to line these up. Coldest NFL wildcard games in history. Kickoff temp. That was the Seahawks and Vikings. Well, Minnesota's always cold in the winter. What do you expect? 2016. Green Bay, Wisconsin, always cold as well in the winter. Wait, that was 2014 and 2017. Pittsburgh as well, freezing cold. Interesting to see how much they'll be mentioning these temperatures and stats during the game. Now, swinging down to the very southern tip of our planet, the South Pole. Taking a look here from 1957, the April to September average temperatures, which is wintertime in the southern hemisphere. And 2021 brought us to 61 degrees below zero. You can see on the far right where we are in the chart for that. Now, these are winter temperatures showing a trend in the winter, so I wanted to see the entire yearly annual temperature from the same date range, 1957 to 2021, and that minus 50.5 degrees matches up with, what, 1999? A sliver chillier, and we're going back into the 80s. And I'm wondering if we had a temperature chart that went back some 2,000 years in this same area, what kind of cycles and temperatures we would see. Because it's all about the money. It truly is. People have money, a certain amount, and they spend what they have. You can already see the demand destruction in full play right in front of you. And from here on, the 4 horses of the apocalypse are out of the gates. Now the professionals, quote unquote, we're looking at a 0.1% drop. That was the estimate for the retail sales. But a 1.9% drop actual, that's 19 times a miss. Now, if it was double at 0.2%, I could say, okay, yeah, maybe there's some factors in there, some variables. But to be 19 times off the mark, something is very wrong. That should send a huge signal up in the air. Whoa, everybody across the economic sphere missed it by 19x? Really? But this article gives you a very good glimpse into the future here. Online spending took the biggest hit. People are pulling back their spending. Food costs more, fuel costs more, heating costs more, and people are being much more cautious with their money. The buying is going to cease unless there's more stimulus. Now, non-store retailers are reporting a plunge, precipitous cliff of 8.7% for the month, not the year. But notice the things that are taking the hits first. Furniture and furnishings for the home, sporting goods, music and book stores. This trend should increase. Now, what do you think you might add in on top of that? Maybe 2 or 3 more items. That'd be ways for people to save money by not utilizing, restaurants, movies, travel, just all the same things we saw in the financial crisis 2008-9. Seems like we're repeating chapters of history here, but another glimpse into the future. What's rising? What do people feel is super essential, and they are willing to outlay the money to get said items? Building materials and gardening centers. Yep. It seems that the word's out. You should get some seeds, learn how to grow the food, get the pots, whatever you can, watering systems. I don't care what you get. As I was told, David, get intrinsic value stockpiles. And what that means for me and you is hard goods in the hand that have value that will weather you through these changes, whether it's seeds, storable foods, tools, and the list could go on from there. I encourage you to write your own list of what you think intrinsic value in a good would be. Moving over to Australia, here we are, meat products center stage again. Coles supermarkets across Australia is going to introduce product limits back into the supermarkets. They're talking about staff shortages, not really the difficulty in keeping the food on the shelves. Again, another excuse, easily laid out, makes sense, not enough staff to restock. But what if it really is the shortage of food itself and everything else around that is the excuse to explain it away? Because having food shortages would be very much scarier for a family or society than staff shortages. Pure and simple. Write the headlines yourself. Which one's going to be scarier? Staff shortage? Whatever. Food shortage? Oh, wait. Hey, let's read that one again. Get the kids in the car. They're going to help us carry out extra bags this time. Now, speaking of carrying extra bags out of something, maybe not your own, suddenly came across this tidal wave of stories from Chicago all the way to LA. The exact same thing is happening across rail terminus points in the United States. Train burglaries is what they call them. This comes out of Lincoln Heights. And I put the link in the description box below so you can go check out this feed. It is mind-numbing what is happening to our rail traffic. It's being pilfered like it was in the 1870s, 1880s with bandits across the rail lines. Unbelievable. These cargo containers are being busted open, everything thrown out, and then anything of value pilfered and everything else left. And I thought, all right, well, maybe it's just a couple things there. But as you get deeper into the story and into wider footage on drones, it's going to make your jaw drop. Truly is. Hundreds of thousands of boxes from UPS, Amazon, any kind of online delivery, opened and strewn about. Things of value taken out, things that weren't considered valuable. Fishing lures, for example, were just tossed in the mix there. That extends as far as the eye can see down the tracks of boxes that have been taken out of the containers, broken open. And John Schreiber, hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thanks for putting the feed up here. This is absolutely amazing footage and imagery here. He's saying about every fourth or fifth rail car had been broken into already and opened. Where is the security for this? And if you keep scrolling down the videos, now they're out people with drones looking up at this. And to put it in perspective, 30 days ago, this was completely cleaned up. Now it's back at it again. This is an ongoing problem. Ongoing. So here, Christine Lazar, CBS LA, letter from Union Pacific Railroad to the LAPD, talks about a rise in train robberies. Literally back to the 1880s again. 90 containers a day breached. Thefts are up 356%, or a 3.5x increase. Consider rerouting trains out of LA County. Now, we're seeing the same thing in Chicago as well. There's an enormous amount of videos coming out of Chicago. People just lined up like ants in a row. Containers get busted open. People are taking turns going in there, grabbing what they can. This does not bode well for those relying on deliveries from Amazon and other online retailers. If they can't get it to you safely, delayed, yeah, that's an understatement. Where has it gone to? Our delivery systems have broken down. Our supply chains are broken. The fuel prices are rising. The inputs for farming this year are not forthcoming. And now it's here for all to see. How are you going to prepare? I do talk more about these issues on the Mini Ice Age Conversations podcast. Try to put up 4 to 5 episodes per week, discussing what we can expect now from 2023 and 2024 as society resets. And that is not an understatement. I do thank you for watching. Hope you got something out of the video, and I'll see you next time.